Here's another story from Tales from the Front Desk. I don't know what's more ridiculous. Is it the guest lie, or is it the fact that I Google checked myself before posting this just to confirm that it was a lie? So, I'll set the scene. This was last Friday, and the weather seemed normal all day. Funny enough, I will admit that the power grid in my town is starting to get frustratingly fragile, but it isn't like we have blackouts all the time. This time of the year though, we do tend to experience more and more storms. Because of that, I typically go ahead and print the downtime reports as soon as I start thinking that the power might go out. This time, however, the weather had been great all day, and I was kind of surprised when I stepped out for a cigarette and there was a lot of lightning. I didn't think much of it, and I'll admit that's mostly because I was almost off, so karma came and the power went out at 10:48 p.m. The night auditor who was scheduled to come in was brand new, and I didn't want to leave her to deal with it alone. So I offered my general manager to stay until the power either came on or we could somehow get access to the downtime reports. So I was on the phone dealing with our help desk. General manager was at home calling the power company to get an ETA on everything. It really wasn't too big a deal since most people were checked in, but I wasn't sitting on my hands doing nothing in the back though. My coworker comes back and tells me that a guest wants to talk to me, and I told her to tell him that we would be unable to check him in at the moment, but apparently he was in house. Thankfully, our emergency power wasn't doing its job and the phone wasn't ringing off the hook with guests, but obviously someone's gonna make their way down to the lobby and ask about it. At this point, it's 12 o'clock in the morning. The guy asked if his key will still work, and I informed him that they were battery powered and they would still work, and even demonstrated with my front desk key on the office door. Then he says, well, what about the air conditioning? We won't have air conditioning. I'm sorry, sir. We're trying to get the power back on. It's on next door. That's crazy. Why is it on there? We have two power companies here, and they use the other one, I told him, which is actually the truth. It was starting to become clear that he was fishing for a discount at this point, and I'm still on my phone call with the help desk. I still haven't gotten an ETA from the electric company, so when he asked, how long does this usually last, all I could think to respond was to tell him, sir, it's hard to say. In this kind of weather, there are power outages, and they can last hours, just like at home. If this game he's playing wasn't already obvious enough, he went on to reply, this don't happen where I'm from. Really? Where are you from? Connecticut. You're telling me that the state of Connecticut has a perfect power grid and you never have outages? Yeah. Well, dang. We should move to Connecticut then. He finally skulked away saying something like, shit's scary, man. Grow the fuck up, dude. Anyway, the results of my Google check confirmed that Connecticut does indeed have power outages.